Hello and welcome back to Juice 2 on the Banter Gaming Channel. It is time to do more of those drift races. They're not races. A drift race would actually be... No, there is drift racing in this, isn't there? Is Drift King Showdown or some bullshit like that. I think that would be really interesting in real life. I remember watching something on a Japanese drifting channel. I know I say I'm not into drifting, but I am very much into Japanese tuning, so you know it sort of goes with the territory. Anyway, of a team drift race. I think it was 8 cars total, incredibly dangerous. Yeah, it was sort of a drift section of the track and then race section of the track, and it was a remarkable thing to watch. Very, very entertaining. I'd love to link you to the video, but I will probably not find it. What the? There we go. Sparkly track of doom. Anyway, moving on. Let's get this done. Let's see how quickly we bollocks up the immortal coil, which I can't help but hear and think of the contraceptive. But yeah, whatever. Thinking about it a bit more in depth, I guess the immortal coil is an interesting term for the coil as a contraceptive. Anywho. Oh, we gotta get 3.5 mil again. I think all these are 3.5 mil. A bit wary. I just got away with that. On a completely unrelated to anything racing or video games, about a month, 2 months, something like that ago, I got myself a new phone. My contract ended on my Galaxy S2. I decided to upgrade. Stay with the same network because the network I'm on is brilliant. And I decided to keep it Samsung because I've developed a bit of an affection for most things Samsung. I have a lot of Samsung equipment in my house. My 2 kids both have a Galaxy Tab 3 7-inch. My TV that I'm playing this game on right now is a Samsung TV. And yeah, I got myself a very, very pretty Note 3 in black and rose gold, which is just a glorious combination. And with it, as part of a promotion, came first generation Samsung Galaxy Gear smartwatch. Now, looking at that on paper, looking at a Galaxy Gear on paper, it's a bit unnecessary. It's very much a gimmicky thing. I'd say more gimmicky than Google Glass. There's, you know, why would you need something that practically lives off your phone? Because the first generation one, it doesn't have a built-in MP3 player. It does have a camera, but again, you know, I mean, you could take pictures without having your phone with you, but to get the best out of every aspect of it, you need it connected via the Bluetooth to your phone. And it can't make calls on its own, it needs to use the phone. I mean, you can use it for making the calls, and the microphone on it is brilliant. You know, you don't need to raise your wrist to your face like some sort of CIA agent. It can pick it up whilst you're just walking about, doing whatever, doing dishes, and it still hears you, although it's not entirely waterproof, so that's not recommended. Oh, right, let's stop this drift so we don't lose it. There we go. But, and there's a big but, although I wouldn't say it's worth buying for the, I think it started off as about £200 retail, it is almost certainly worth it if you get it with something, or a really reduced price with something, with a phone that's compatible, like the Note 3. Because it is so fucking useful. Aside from just being able to take pictures without grabbing your phone out, great for on-the-fly snapshots of something. It's... and the camera's quite good quality, I thought I'd point that out. Just being able to answer your phone without necessarily having your phone at hand. I mean, you could have it... A decent, you can have it at one end of the house, depending on what your house is made of and what room layouts are. The Bluetooth connects pretty far. And Yeah, shut up, cat. Sorry. yeah, it is just so convenient. And yeah, it just really surprised me, just being able to go, oh shit, my phone's ringing, or my alarm's going off on my phone, and just swiping the screen, and away you go, rather than, like, I don't know, fishing in your jeans to get it out, or your handbag, or whatever. I mean, that just minor bit of convenience is actually really surprisingly good, and the battery life on it is fantastic. And yeah, overall, it's really quite an impressive bit of gear. I think there's a lot of evolutionary steps needed for it. I think it'll be truly valuable, maybe like third, fourth generation. But as it is now, it's a fantastic bit of kit, and I fully recommend, if there's two options to get with your next Samsung phone, you know, when you got a choice between the gear and maybe a tablet, depending on what phone you get, I would probably suggest getting the gear over the tablet that was to come with it, or the TV, unless of course you really needed the TV. But tits. But you get my point. It's totally worth it. And there's me singing praises around about a piece of wrist-held gadgetry, which is something I have to say. 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't think I'd have something like this at all. I mean, I know how technology advances. I know all these brilliant things will happen eventually, but it is still a tiny bit surreal. Woo, shit. So, drift endurances are fun. They're not really. Can't say I enjoy them. This track isn't too bad. There's a lot of full throttle drifting, which is good as long as you don't bollocks up bits like that. Hate the sound effects in this game. Shit. Oh, keep it together. Bit leery there. We're over 1 billion points in. That's okay. Fine by me. I'm doing a bit of stint with recording today. I've got about 2 hours of spare time during the day, which is when I like to record. I like to record when there's no one else in the house, because I hate the sound of my own voice, and I think this must be so annoying. My wife, if I'm doing it at night, before I head on to do some online gaming, or maybe just taking half an hour, because of course I'm in the living room, my wife will usually just stick her earphones in on a laptop and watch something like Criminal Minds or whatever, but I still think she can probably hear me, and you'll usually know when I've been recording at night or when there's people in the house, because the recording of my voice will be a bit quieter. I don't have the confidence. I mean, this is the woman I've known and loved for 6 years, and I still can't bring it together to do this in front of her. It's just, it really is one of those self-aware moments, like hearing your voice on a on a recording of something for the first time. It's weird. I know I sound gormless, and the fact you guys listen to me must say whatever I'm saying is actually interesting to you, or what I'm doing in the video games is interesting to you, because you're sure as hell not listening to me for my soothing voice. I'm no cry, is what I'm going to say. I'm no cry, I'm no critical. My voice does not have an interesting tone. We're over 3.5 million here, let's stop. As fun as that was. But yeah, this is the ideal way for me for recording, is on my own in the house during the day when it's empty. Better during the day because I'm not rushing it, so I can get online and play whatever game I'm playing with Mike and sometimes Rog. Payday 2 is so good. Yeah, doing a bit of stint. Probably going to do another Juiced after this, get some Dirt Showdown. I swear to God I'm going to get some next car game recorded. I mean it. It's gonna happen. Right, let's should only be one drift race. Ah, yes, one drift endurance left. So let's do the one in London, which is the Battle Royale. Bring this head out for the last time this episode. And get this done. Let's kick ass. And, well, kick ass. I really need a pop filter for this microphone, I feel. Just one of those little fluffy things that goes over the end of the mic. It doesn't have one as standard, and I don't think it really needs it, but there's those little moments just where, you know, it maybe picks up my breathing, which isn't great. I admit, I am a mouth breather. I do find it very difficult to breathe through my nose. I'm not ashamed of this fact. It's down to the fact that I had a lot of ear infections as a child and developed a form of tonsillitis that focuses on your adenoids, which of course causes breathing problems where you can't breathe through your nose. I had it long enough that I couldn't actually breathe through my nose as a child. It's sort of one of those things that imprinted in me that I must breathe through my mouth. I can breathe through my nose, obviously. I'm not completely weird, but it's uncomfortable and I feel like I'm suffocating. So there you go. It's remarkable that I can sustain long sentences, considering the fact that I can't, you know, breathe through the nose whilst speaking. But whatever. Damn, we're already up a million points. We are flying. I probably just jinxed this. Waiting for a wall to leap out at me and end this run. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's a bit Larry. 1.4 million, rather. Only got 2 million to go. Field is getting closer and closer to walls. Ooh. My brakes lit up quite a lot there from just a tap, actually. So I don't think it's quite right, but whatever. Yeah, you know, all the brakes shouldn't be lighting up like that. My rear wheels are spinning considerably faster than my front ones. My front ones, I'd probably say, are doing, I don't know, about 20, 30 mile an hour less than the rear wheels. I guess there's some science to figure that out, but, you know, they shouldn't light up like that, or at least light up as quickly as the rears. But once again, this is a game from like 2006, so, yeah, it was about 2006, so we'll cut it some slack. You know, it's 8 years old. It's old enough to go to school. It's been to school for 3 years now, so 3 million. Still a good game. Didn't have the character of the first game, but or the difficulty. It was still good. 3.3. This corner should do the trick, maybe. Not quite. Right, let's stop before we bugger this up. Awesome! Now that was a productive episode. Jesus, we've got $9 million. See, that's what I meant by this is just a lot easier. It's, so much cash. I could sell every car in my garage and probably afford to buy most of them back. Actually, after the cash from selling them, yes, I could afford to buy every one of them back. I could lose 6 consecutive pink slip races and I will still have enough money to carry on. I will unlock the promotion event. Whoop-de-fucking do. Right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Just a quick thing. Remember our social networking, Google+, Twitter, and Steam group. God, I should really update the Steam group. But the Steam group. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.